Welcome to the Swazzle Puppet Studio. I'm Sean.
And I'm Patrick. Today, we're going to walk you through Swazzle's custom puppet building process from start to finish.
Whether Swazzle is creating a custom puppet for your YouTube show, television commercial, live event, or whatever,
You'll learn how Swazzle works with clients like you to create original puppets and bring your ideas to life. Let's get started!
By now, you've probably already visited Swazzle.com, clicked on the custom puppet link, and filled out the Request a Custom Puppet Quote form.
If not, check out the link in the description below.
This form gives us the basic information we need to begin the puppet building process, like your name and contact info.
It also gives us other essential information, like a description of the puppet or puppets, how the puppets will be used, and what the deadline is.
You can even tell us if you need any additional items, like costumes, eye blink mechs, or 3D printed elements.
And of course, let us know if you need puppeteers.
Once the form is filled out, you'll receive an email from us that will give you a basic price range based on the details you provided. Now, if a few days have passed and you still haven't received an email, be sure to check your spam box.
Keep in mind, Swazzle's puppets are custom handmade creations that could take weeks to design or build, so they will cost more than a mass-produced puppet. That being said, if you have a quick deadline and a tight budget, we will try to accommodate if possible.
Once you understand the general price range, we'll send you a bid. If we have further questions, we may schedule a Zoom call to discuss the details.
The bid will lay out the estimated cost of the puppet with a detailed price breakdown. We may also include prices for optional items, like duplicate puppets or armatured poser puppets.
We'll also propose a production schedule, outline the puppet building process, and the materials we expect to use.
Once the bid is approved, we'll send you an agreement to sign.
Once the agreement is signed and we receive your first payment, the project goes on our production calendar,
and then the real fun begins. At Swazzle, we can build puppets based on original designs provided by you, the client.
We can build puppets based on existing IP, provided it's official. We don't make fan puppets based on other people's characters.
And we can build puppets from a design that we create based on your ideas. In this video, we'll show you how we design and build a puppet from scratch.
We like to allow 1 to 2 weeks for the puppet design process. This allows time for client feedback and revisions. If you need to get feedback from multiple parties, you may want to allow for more time. We like to say, we can move as fast as you can.
The design phase is broken up into 3 parts: rough design, final design, and color design. We start the rough design phase by creating 10 black and white drawings based on the information and inspiration you've provided.
For example, our client wanted to make a young fox.
During the rough design phase, we explore a variety of directions that the puppet could go.
Does this puppet have big eyes or small eyes, a long snout or a short snout, and other possibilities?
Once the roughs are done, it's time for you to weigh in with your feedback.
We'll use that feedback to create the final black and white design.
For the fox puppet, the client liked this rough design, but with the boxy head of this design. So we took those 2 ideas and created this.
Now that we have the final design, it's time to add some color.
If your color ideas are wide open, we can explore a variety of possibilities to help you narrow down your vision.
For the fox, the client wanted to keep the puppet in the warm color family.
So we came up with some possibilities. Is it more red, golden, or orange?
For your puppet, you'll give us some feedback on the color, and we'll use it to create the final color design.
This is the final color design the client selected for the fox puppet.
The character design is complete.
Now it's time to move to the next step, the mock-up.
The puppet building process consists of 3 steps: the mock-up, material selection, and the final puppet build. During the mock-up phase, we take your 2-dimensional puppet design and transform it into a three-dimensional puppet. This phase lasts about 2 to 3 weeks.
This is when we as puppet builders workshop materials, refine the shapes, and test the puppet's functionality.
As we're transforming a two-dimensional design into a three-dimensional puppet, we may make discoveries.
Like the arms need to be longer or shorter, or the neck needs to be thicker, or maybe the whole puppet needs to be scaled up or scaled down.
We also pay special attention to the puppet's functionality. How does the puppet work? Is it easy to manipulate? Can it perform in the way you want it to?
For the Fox puppet mock-up, we made the arms a little longer so it could be performed as desired. And we scaled up the body a bit so that the puppet could fit more comfortably on the puppeteer's arm.
There's always some interpretation involved when moving from a flat design to a three-dimensional puppet.
Once the mock-up is done, we'll provide you with turnaround photos and a demo video so you can weigh in with any notes or feedback.
If there are notes, we address them, and then the mock-up is ready for you to sign off on.
With the mock-up approved, it's time to review your material options.
Puppets can be made from a variety of materials, like fleece, faux fur, fabric, and more.
Selecting the right materials to cover your puppet is critical to realizing your vision.
Is your puppet furry, smooth, or something completely different?
Based on the final design, we'll either shop for materials or pull from our stock of puppet building furs and fabrics.
As the client, you'll weigh in on the materials that you like best.
Something to consider. Because we are building a real-world object and we are using real-world materials, some of the faux furs and fabrics available may not perfectly match your design.
There are techniques we can use to get the material as close to the puppet design as possible, like over-dyeing, trimming, boiling, and more.
Some materials, like puppet fleece, can be custom dyed to just about any color you can dream up.
So that we are all on the same page, we'll provide you with Pantone numbers that best match your materials.
These are the different material options we presented for the Fox puppet.
The client selected this fur for the head and body, which will be kept long in some places and trimmed in others.
And this fur for the belly, plus this custom dyed fleece for the inside of the ears.
Now that you've made your material selections,
it's time for the final puppet build to begin. The final puppet build is the most organic part of the process, and it may take several weeks, depending upon your design.
During this time, you may not hear from us unless we have a specific question or concern we need you to weigh in on.
Even though you might not hear from us, rest assured, our puppet builders are busy cutting foam, gluing seams, dyeing fabric, trimming fur, sanding wood, making eyes, and sewing fleece.
Some clients want regular updates to keep everyone on the team informed. This is something we're happy to do, but it could add time to the puppet building process. Like we said at the beginning, we can move as fast as you can.
Once the puppet is complete, we'll do a final show and tell. We'll send you turnaround pictures and a demo video of the final puppet.
If at this time you have any minor notes, we can make adjustments.
If you have a major change, like on second thought, we'd like the puppet to be blue instead of orange, we'd be happy to make that adjustment, but it will take more time and we'll have to charge you for it.
After all notes are addressed, you'll sign off on the completed puppet and make your final payment.
Once the payment is received, your puppet is ready to ship.
Here is the final Fox puppet. Well, there you have it. That's how Swazzle can make puppets for you from start to finish.
We hope you found this video helpful, and we look forward to bringing your puppet creations to life.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time in the Swazzle Puppet Studio. Goodbye!
Bye.